Jace Tunnell here from Mission Aransas Research Reserve from the University of Texas Marine Science Institute. And today we're talking about driftwood. I'm in a place that I'm not normally in. I'm actually about 100 miles north of Mission Aransas Research Reserve, and I'm at Sargent Beach. So let me pick this up and kind of show you. Sargent Beach, like I said, is about 100 miles north of Mission Aransas Research Reserve, and it's interesting for a couple of different reasons. One is you can see there's this jetty that lines the beach. This is actually the Gulf of Mexico. It's really calm today, little offshore winds. It's summertime, so the water's real hot, and there's just a little bit of sand down here. Now, these jetties were put in the mid-90s. They were completed in 1998. The Army Corps of Engineers put these in to be able to save the intracoastal waterway, which is just on the other side over here. So there's basically one road, one paved road. You've got a house that's on the intracoastal, or you got a house that's on the beach side. Now, I've been coming out here for about 20 years, and 20 years ago there was about 200 feet of beach here, and it's actually the highest rate of erosion in Texas is right here in Sargent Beach. And so this rock jetty here to be able to protect, because the Army Corps of Engineers knew that this was just going to erode out and eventually get to the intracoastal. They knew that that was going to happen, so mid-90s put this 8 miles worth of rock jetty under here. Now, does that blow your mind or what? that's a long jetty that parallels the beach. Now, another interesting fact is the last swing bridge in Texas was on the intracoastal right here. That's how you got on the island, there was a swing bridge. So it would swing open, swing closed, and that would allow barge traffic to go through and cars to go over. Now, they ended up removing that a few months ago, and they put in this huge bridge that took a couple of years to build. But the landing on, as you can imagine, on the side of the beach wasn't big enough for like a typical bridge, so they made this kind of corkscrew bridge that went around that allows traffic from the barge to go, in and out, and also cars to go over to be able to get to their homes and to the beach, because a lot of people recreate here. They also put in about 2 or 3 years ago a fishing pier, although Hurricane Hannah in 2020 took out the ramp to be able to get to the pier. So it looks sort of odd, just this little pier sitting out in the water with no connection to it. But what I wanted to do today was just be able to walk along and show you. A lot of people collect driftwood and they make artwork out of it. And this is the place to be. I mean, it is like solid driftwood out here. And there's all kinds of other stuff you can find. But if you're into art and if you have a good imagination, like, you might be able to think, oh, that's a shark or something like that, and carve it and paint it. All kinds of stuff out here. So you have the larger pieces of driftwood that accumulate on the rocks, and then you come over here and you got this is when there was a high tide, obviously. But some of the things I was finding in here earlier, well, there's a lot of freshwater snails, so that tells you there's a river that comes out here nearby and deposits a lot of this freshwater. That's probably where a lot of the logs, the sticks, stuff like that come from. There's a Colorado River that comes in near here, Brazos River. Those are some of the main ones. Pecan. See, this is. I was finding some cool looking sea beans in here earlier when I was walking around. But look at all this driftwood. Man, I think it'd be good for a fire too. Now, one of the things we've got over here is I've got my son over there He's building a shelter out of the wood. That'll probably be here till the next storm that comes through, right? Like hurricane. Knock on wood, that doesn't happen for many years. Okay, so these are the cool things I wanted to tell you about Sargent Beach. If y'all got any questions that I didn't answer, feel free to ask them. There is, what's nice about this spot is that right on the other side of all these houses right here from where the Intracoastal is San Bernard Wildlife Refuge. So it's a big area that's not going to be developed, that's protected. So you're really secluded out here. And it's really nice if you ever get a chance to come visit. Okay, with that, I'm going to go hunting and see how many miles I can go and see if I can find any good driftwood to paint. We'll talk to you later. Bye.